Heading out of Palma this morning. It's about 10 o'clock, 17 degrees already, so quite a nice day, blue skies, flat calm sea. Let's see how far we get today. We're about half an hour out from Palma, from home, and this is right next to the airport, a place called Escarnacha, where you're allowed to bring your dogs all year round. Not many places on Mallorca where you can do that. It's so warm that I've had to take a couple of layers off already. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Not so many aeroplanes around this time of year. Pretty quiet this morning. A few water sports enthusiasts, get the kids out there, start them young. Very quiet. This is Campastilla. Very busy in the summer. Up there is Arenal, known as the Ballermann to the Germans. Move through there as quickly as possible. As we go up through Playa de Palma on the way up to Arenal, you can see a good 50% of the places are closed for the winter. The beach virtually empty. If the hotels are open, there's not many people staying in there. Some construction work, sea walls or something maybe. This is the Club Nautico in Arenal, and lots of sailing going on today. Looks like, I know in the past Olympic teams have trained here from various countries. These are all showing Spanish markings, but it looks like some serious stuff, training or competitions going on today. There's a lot of ribs and dinghies, zodiacs, whatever, which are going to go out with the boats, I guess. And a bit further out you've got bigger yachts and some private, more luxury yachts further back, bigger ones. So after going through Arenal, follow along the coast through some quite expensive looking houses, residential area, and you come onto this where it opens up. You got villas on one side, looking out to sea over the cliffs on the other side. Nice down there, good for snorkeling. Because of the rocks, the water's usually pretty clear. So I'm out of the built-up area now, out in the countryside. A bit more traffic. A choice of routes. Behind me is Palma, and that's the road to Calapi, which is quite busy and quite dangerous. People have been killed up there riding bikes and whatnot. So I'm going to go down there towards Cap Rocat Hotel and have a bit of an adventure. I've walked along there before, but I've not tried it with the bike. So let's see how we get on. You do get buses down this road though, so you do have to be a bit careful. I can hear a motorcycle coming behind me as well. There he comes. It's a nice smooth road though. And beautiful greenery all around. So this is where the real adventure begins, I guess. This is the protected area, Cap Enderrocat to Cap Blanc. So this is where I've walked before, and not cycled. I don't think it's too difficult from what I remember. Fairly flat, a bit bumpy, of course. But that's Mallorca for you when you get off the road, even on the road sometimes. And this is looking back to Palma. Taking a bit of a risk here, going one-handed, but give it a try. And that didn't really work, so this is a bit easier. Lots of bike tracks along here, so, and I have seen bikes here before, so I was pretty confident that it was okay. I've also seen other people's videos of riding along here, so I thought I'd give it a go. It is beautiful. What a day. Stunning. Looks like I've got to get off and carry over the wall. Well, through the wall, be more accurate. What's left of it. So we're going that way. That's a beautiful view. There's a lot of loose stones on this slope coming up. They're really difficult to pick your way through. They're really hard work. So I came to a bit of a standstill and got off. A little bit more to go, so I think it's a push rather than a ride. And this next stretch up looks a bit more solid with mud, less loose stones. So I'm hoping I'll get more traction up here and be able to ride it. And we'll see. Well, I nearly made it. I think I need more practice. I did end up in that bit of greenery just there. How humiliating. Nobody saw, so I won't tell anyone. Or maybe just you. So while we're up here and off the bike, it's worth taking a closer look at some of this vegetation. For example, it grows really low in amongst the rocks, but look at this blue. This is rosemary growing wild here. Beautiful. You can smell it. There's asphodel coming up there. Over here I saw some kind of succulents, kind of stone crop thing growing in amongst the rocks there. That's kind of mallow, I think. Oh! You don't want to go too close to the edge. I remember this from my walk here. This is known as the Elephant Rock. Maybe you can see it. Looks a bit like an elephant's head. A bit. If you've got a good imagination, maybe. See the kind of trunk, the tusk, eye, maybe. So that was a bit of a push up there. Still quite a lot of loose material. Very difficult to get traction on. The stones just roll out from underneath your wheels. I can see a couple of guys down there just starting out. I wonder if they would do any better than me. Probably a bit younger and a bit fitter, but be interesting to see how they get on. I'll watch the experts do it. Turns out somebody walking their dog, so I won't be getting a lesson after all. Well, that was quite a challenge. Quite a lot of walking involved. But this is much easier, much better. And so moving away from the coast now, and we're near a place generally known as Mayores on the Llucmajor coast, and I used to live near there, near here, and it really is a nice place for snorkeling and swimming on the rocky coastline. So now we're going to head towards the town of Llucmajor and see what's going on there. Much easier to ride on, the gravel, but at the end there's a big gate and you can't get out onto the road. So I have to go back, see if we can find another way to get out of here, back onto the road. Well, the bike tracks go straight ahead. You can see tyre marks on the ground. I know exactly where this goes. I'm hoping there'll be a different way out. Otherwise it's going to be pretty hard. I've walked this route quite a bit in the past to get down to the rocks, to the coast. I don't really want to take the bicycle down there. We'll see. Press on. Found a path through the woods, and the good thing about cycling this time of year is we had some rain. You can see bike tracks where other people have been. In a dry period, you never have found it. Another broken wall to go through, and these are at the back of the houses. I suspect this will go up and join the main road. Fingers crossed. So there we go, we get to the end, and there's a fence, which people have made holes in to get out, obviously. Being repaired. The path goes a bit around here. And there's another hole over there. And then, don't know why they don't just open it up, let people have a bit of fun. It's an island for tourism after all, and leisure. So squeeze the bike through there. That's where people have been before. Not that easy to find from outside. You wouldn't know it was there. It's all fenced off, and it opens up, and this is the shops at Mayores. Over there, if you can see, it's a hoopoe on the grass. So we go towards him. They're far away. So this is the main road that we left earlier on to go down to Cap Rocat Hotel, Cap Endracat, and as you can see it's pretty busy, so I'm going to try and avoid that as much as possible because we want to get across to the other side a bit further up. So we're going to go through this residential area here, which is where I used to live, and come out a bit further up to avoid the main road. So this is the road from the coast inland towards Llucmajor, across the fields. It's a mixture of different trees and almonds, olives, carobs. Not much traffic, but every now and then a car comes by, and they do go pretty fast. So I've been out 4 hours now, getting a bit tired, and more clouds in the sky. When the sun goes in, the temperature drops quite a bit, so I put another layer back on, and not far from Llucmajor now. Managed to reach the main road now to Llucmajor. Amazing old farm over there. Fabulous building. To do with the liquor paint perhaps. We're arriving in the centre of Llucmajor. Christmas decorations are up. I like this little town. It's a lot of old Mallorcan charm. Nice architecture. No entry, but hopefully I'll get away with it. That's the main square. local government building, something like that, or used to be. Popular location with cyclists. Cafe Colon. Do an excellent almond cake in there, but not today. Church. Very typical Mallorquin Spanish, I guess. Last time I was in Llucmajor, I came the wrong way, as it were, because I came up a very long hill. So today I'm going down. Do it properly this time. So the homeward leg starts here, and it's pretty much 12-13 kilometers all the way down to Sarajasa. Flat bit to start with, maybe even goes up a bit. Flags out. I've forgotten how long this bit was. Coming down the other way, you go a bit faster, you don't notice so much. It's quite a bit of an incline. Straight, steady. Looks like the Romans have been here before us. Looking forward to getting to that little peak there though, and then it'll be downhill, more or less, all the way. So here it is, the long way down. That's downhill down to Sarajasa or Saranjasa, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it correctly. Over there is the sea. That's where we were, where I was earlier. And so we've come from Palma over there, all the way around there, up to Llucmajor and going back down. Not the fastest ride down a hill, got the wind in my face, so hardly having to brake at all in order to do a bit of video. This is the little village, Saranjasa, and right in front of us is the airport. So from here we go back to Campastilla and then back to Palma, which is Campastilla is basically where we started off. Yeah, there's a sign to Arana. Here we go, back in Playa de Palma. Sun's pretty low in the sky now. I don't know what the time is. 4-ish, 4:30 maybe. Another half hour, 3/4 of an hour, should be home. Temperature's dropped a bit. I think it's probably time to stop. Put the last layer back on. Just block that cold wind a little bit. Not quite as late as I thought. It's not quite 4 o'clock yet.